Welcome to the Sports Betting Top Picks and Plays. This is for the National Hockey League, the NHL. My name is Abby. Again, we have a slate of games here to go over with you. Again, these odds and lines are courtesy of oddslogic.com. Again, we get the latest totals, over-under lines, money line lines. You get the injury report. This is oddslogic.com. Again, this is for the NHL. The first game we're going to look at here, it's going to be Philadelphia at Toronto. So Philadelphia here, they're in Toronto, and the total is 6. Toronto favored at home. Again, on the money line, they're favored. Now it's gone from 6 all the way down to 5.5 the total, and Toronto is still favored. So we're going to look here to see where the public and sharp's on for this game. So as you can see, the public's all over Philadelphia on the money line, and they're on the under. Okay, so I'll look into this game here. It's Philadelphia and Montreal. I'm sorry, Philadelphia and Toronto, excuse me. And here we see they've already played twice already, 2 times this year. The first meeting was January the 5th. January 5th. First meeting was in Toronto. It was 3-2. Under 6.5 goals in the first meeting. Toronto won. Second meeting, January the 7th. 2 days later in Philadelphia. Same score. But Toronto won again, 3-2, under 6. So now Philadelphia 1-8-1 last 10 games, 3-7 to the under. So Flyers are on a 5-game road trip. This is the last of the 5-game road trip. They're 0-4. Have not won a game on the road trip. 0-4 on this trip. And 0-5 last 5 games. And are 1-4 to the under. The Leafs 4-5 last 4-5-0-1. Last 10 games, 6-3-1 to the over. So the Leafs 3-2 last 5 games, 3-1-1 to the over. So Leafs playing to the over. Philadelphia on the road, they haven't. Let me see them on the road trip. They lost all 4 games. They haven't scored. Well, they scored 4 against Chicago the other nights, but they lost in a shootout. Let me look at this one here further. Let's see what's going on in this game. This is Philadelphia and Toronto. I'll give you my thoughts on this. Let's look here. Philadelphia, Toronto for the NHL. Let's look here. Yeah, I gotta take, for me, I have 2 plays on this game. I like the under, and I like the Leafs minus 1.5 goals. That's my play in this game. I don't see Philadelphia winning this game. Leafs minus 1.5 goals, and I like the under in this game, under 5.5. And I would take it one step further. I don't see the Leafs scoring more than 2 goals in this game. I'm sorry, I don't see the Philadelphia Flyers scoring more than 2 goals in this game. When they last played, they only scored 2 goals against the Leafs. The first 2 meetings, only 2 goals. So I like the I have 3 plays in this game actually. Philadelphia team total under 2.5 goals. Second play, Toronto minus 1.5 goals. Toronto win by 2 goals, and I like the under 5.5. So those are the 3 plays for Philadelphia and Toronto. That's what I like in that game. So the next game I'm going to go with here, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. We're going to do that one. Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. That one here. Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, the total 6. The money line is 260. It's gone up to 6.5. We're seeing it go to 6.5. So we're going to look to see where the public and the sharps are for this game. Public all over Tampa Bay. Public all over Tampa Bay. Yeah, so public all over Tampa Bay in this game. Nothing on the total, but they're all over Tampa Bay in this game here. Yeah, they're all over Tampa Bay, but nothing on the total. So look into this game further. Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. They've already played twice already. First being November 19th in Pittsburgh, 3-2. Tampa Bay won in Pittsburgh, was under 6.5 goals. Second game, January the 12th this year in Pittsburgh. Tampa Bay won again 5-2. And it was over the total 6.5. So this is the third game, this one's in Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh looking for revenge, 5-3, 1-1 last 10 games, 6-4 to the over. Pittsburgh, they are 3-2 last 5 games. And are 5-0 to the over. They've gone over in 5 straight games. All right, so Tampa Bay now, 5-4-1. 5-4-0-1 last 10 games, 5-4-1 to the over. Tampa Bay's last 2 straight games are 3-2 last 5. And they are 2-2-1 over under. It's very simple for me. I like the over. I like the over in this game. Over, I think it's at 6. They said, yeah, I like the over. This is an easy one. Over 6.5 goals. If you can get at 6, get at 6. But right now, this is moving to 6.5. I like the over in this game. Very simple here. I like the over. Yeah, I like over 6.5 goals. And I like let me see this one here. Let me take a look at this Tampa Bay game again one more time. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I like the. I'm gonna go for the over in this game. I like the over here. Over 6.5 goals. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over 6.5. That's the play for me in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Over 6.5 goals. I'm gonna take that one. I wouldn't talk you off of taking -1.5 Tampa Bay as well. That's another good play. But I'm hesitating on that a little bit because Tampa Bay might be overlooking this team. They might be overlooking Pittsburgh because the next game that they got to play Utah. Remember, they lost to Utah. They played them in 2 days on Thursday. They lost to these guys 6-4. About 3 days ago, they lost to these guys. So I mean, there's a chance that they may be overlooking Pittsburgh because they've beaten them twice already. So this might be a look-ahead spot. So I would be careful here a little bit. But at the same time, that's why I'm just taking Pittsburgh and Tampa over the 6.5 goals. I don't want to touch the puck line because they may be overlooking Pittsburgh. I'm just saying they might overlook them. So I know the public's on Tampa Bay, which is fine. That's fine. But I'm playing the over. I wouldn't talk you off the puck line, but just be careful because they might overlook them because they beat them twice. But I'm sticking to the over 6.5 goals. Tampa and Pittsburgh. I like the over here. The third game I'm going to look at here. Ottawa and Buffalo. The third game's Ottawa and Buffalo. That's the third game, Ottawa and Buffalo. So this one here opened up at 6. The total, Ottawa on the money line. It's now gone to 6.5. It's all the way up to 6.5. Some places it's 6, others is 6.5. So it has gone up. That's Ottawa and Buffalo. So we'll look into this game now. Ottawa, Buffalo. So the public's on Ottawa. They're on the road team. Yeah, they're all over Ottawa, but there's no total. They haven't done anything on the total. Nothing on the totals. Just Ottawa. A lot of Ottawa playing this game. So we'll look into this game further. Ottawa, Buffalo. So the last two, they played twice already. November 5th in Buffalo is 5-1 Buffalo. It was a push at 6. Second game, January the 9th of this year in Ottawa. Buffalo won again 4-0 and was under the 6 goals. So the last 2 games, Buffalo has beaten this team twice. They've beaten them twice already. So we'll look overall to Ottawa in their last 10 games, 7-2 and 1 last 10, 6-2 and 2 to the over. So Ottawa basically 3-2 last 5 games, and are two two. I see. 2-1-2 to the. Let me get this right. Hold on. This is the last 5. 2-1-2 to the over. So 2 overs, 1 under, 2 pushes. That's for Ottawa. Now on the Buffalo side, 4-6 last 10, 6-4 to the over the last 10 games. So Buffalo's on a road trip. They're off a 4-game road trip. They are right now 3-2 last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over, Buffalo. So let's see, Ottawa, Buffalo. Yeah, 3-2 to the over. They played twice. Let's look here. Ottawa, Buffalo, and 6.5. Yeah, they're 6.5 right now. Ottawa, Buffalo. Let me look into this one. Let me look at this game further. Let me see something here. I'm gonna look at a team total to see if it's any value in the team total. That's Ottawa, Buffalo. Yeah, because so far they played twice already, and Ottawa hasn't scored more than 2 goals on Buffalo. They haven't scored more than 2 goals on this team. I'm gonna look at a team total Ottawa here. I'm gonna take the team total approach. I'm gonna take this route. Even their last 2 games, Ottawa hasn't really scored many goals. They've scored the last 3 out of the 5 games, they've scored under 3 goals. They haven't scored more than 3 goals. Yeah, my play for this game, I'm gonna take Ottawa team total under 3.5 goals. I'm gonna take that route. Team total under 3.5. Ottawa, Buffalo, team total under 3.5. I don't think they score more than 3 goals, Ottawa. I think they score under 3 goals. Yeah, I don't think they score more than 3 goals in this game. So for me, it's gonna be the team total, Ottawa, under 3.5 goals. That's gonna be my play for this game. The next game we're going to look at here, we're going to look at Vegas. Yeah, we'll look at Vegas and Minnesota. Vegas and Minnesota, that's the next game. Opened up Minnesota. I say Vegas is a favorite. Minnesota underdog at home, total 5.5 goals. They just finished playing Dallas yesterday. So Minnesota's on a back-to-back. Vegas, I believe, is rested. So we'll look into this game further. Nothing there. Looking for the public and sharp play on this game. No public or sharp action on this game yet. It's been pretty quiet, but we'll look into this further. That's Vegas and Minnesota. They played twice already. First game in Minnesota, 3-2 Vegas. It was under 5.5. Second game this year, January 12th in Vegas. Vegas won 4-1, under 5.5. So the third meeting now in Minnesota. So look into this further. 6-2, 1-1 last 10 games, 5-4-1 to the over. Vegas. They've won 3 straight games. All 3 games they've won at home. They are 3-2 last 5, and are 3-1-1 to the over. Vegas. Minnesota 5-4-1 last 9 games or 10 games, 2-8 to the under. Minnesota 3-2 last 5, and 1-5 to the under. So for me in this game, I like the under in this game. Minnesota and Vegas, I like the under 5.5 goals. Minnesota, they've been playing very good at home, and they're playing that defensive style of hockey, and it's led them to 3 straight wins. They've been winning games like this. I know they lost to Dallas last night, but prior to that, they're playing defensive hockey, you can see, with a lot of low-scoring games. And it's getting them a lot of wins here. It's getting them a few wins. So I like the under here, especially at home. They're very good at home with the with playing defense. And in this series itself, the last 2 games have gone under. So I definitely like the under here. Under 5.5, Vegas, Minnesota. Next game is going to be Montreal and St. Louis. So Montreal and St. Louis here. So this game here opened up 5.5 Montreal. Sorry, the total's 5.5, excuse me. And the St. Louis is favored on the money line. So it's gone up to 6 now. We're seeing some 6s come up on the board in a few places. So it's gone up to 6. So we'll look at the public and the sharps. Public on St. Louis. So St. Louis getting all the love at home. Nothing on the total, but the side they like St. Louis. Let's see. Yeah, they're on St. Louis. It's basically St. Louis money coming in. Yeah, St. Louis, mainly St. Louis, but nothing on the total. So we'll look into this game further. Montreal, St. Louis. This one here, they've played once already. This one time. October 26th was the first meeting in Montreal. Montreal won at home 5-2 and went over 6 goals. So they've gone over. Wow, they've gone over in 5 straight games. 5 straight overs for both these teams. So now the action shifts to St. Louis. So St. Louis is hoping to get even. So Montreal 5-1, 3-1 last 10 games, 6-4 to the over. Montreal's lost 2 straight games. They're 2-3 last 5 games, and 4-1 to the over. Montreal. And now they're in St. Louis. Montreal, I notice when they play on the road, especially the last 3 games, they've been going over the total. Or sorry, let me see here. I see the last 5 games, they're 3-2 to the over last 5 games on the road. on the road. Montreal's been on the road 3-2 last 5 to the over on the road. St. Louis 8-1-1 last 10, 5-5 to the over under. St. Louis has won 6 straight games. They've been playing very well, 6 in a row. So this is a revenge spot for St. Louis. Yeah, this is a revenge spot for St. Louis. 6 straight games for the Blues. They've been playing well, and they are 2-3 to the under last 5 games. St. Louis. So St. Louis playing to the under. Montreal playing to the over. And St. Louis has won 6 straight games. Well, for me, it's very simple. I like the over 5.5, and I like St. Louis on the money line. St. Louis on the money line, I think it's a revenge spot for St. Louis. I like them here to continue their winning streak, and I like over 5.5 goals. That's the way I'm going to go in this game. I like that play there. The next game we're going to look at here. Let's see. We're not doing all the games. We're going to pick and choose which ones. We're not doing all of them. And this will be the last game as well. We're going to look at the Rangers and Los Angeles. These are the Rangers and the Kings. That's the last game we're going to do. The Rangers and the Kings. This one here, 5.5 is the total. And Rangers, the LA's at home and they're favored. Still at 5.5. Nothing's really moved. So we'll look at the value. We'll look to see that the public, where the public is and the sharps are for this game. Let's see. Nothing there. It's been pretty quiet. No action there. It's been quiet. So we'll look at this one here. So Rangers and LA. So they played once already this season, December 14th in Madison Square Garden. LA won on the road 5-1, and it went over the total 5.5. So the Rangers have beaten. So LA's beaten the Rangers the last 2 meetings. So this is a revenge spot for the Rangers. 3-5-2 last 10 games, 4-6 to the under. Rangers 2-3 last 5 games and are 2-3 to the under. So the Rangers begin a road trip. They're on a 3-game road trip. They're on the 3-game road trip. So we'll look at LA here. 8-1 last 8-1-1 last 10 games, 3-7 to the under. LA's won 3 straight games at home. Well, they won 3 straight. They won 1 game at home, 1 game on the road and 2 at home. They've won. They are 4-1 last 5 games, and 2-3 to the under. So both teams are playing to the under right now. Both teams playing to the under, and both teams are playing to the under right now. The Rangers, I know, is on the road. They play under. They're basically the last 4 road games. They are 1-3 to the under. So with the last 4 games for the Rangers being to the under on the road, and the Rangers overall 2-3 to the under, and LA 2-3 to the under, I gotta go with the under here. This is the only way to play it, is the under 5.5 goals. So Rangers at LA under 5.5 to play for me. That's what I like here. No, nothing on the side or the puck line. I just like the under 5.5 Rangers in LA. That's all for the show. Thank you very much for joining me for the NHL edition. My name is Abby. Whether you fade or follow these picks, it's up to you. I still hope that at the end of the day, you cash your tickets. Hit a big NHL winner tonight. Hope you cash some tickets and hit some winners. Again, stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. And another thing too, go to sportsmemo.com. You see at the bottom of the description on the video, sportsmemo.com, and go to Abby's Sports Picks. I have 2 plays tonight. I have 2 client plays tonight. It's a special Tuesday. It's a Tuesday special that we have. 2 client plays tonight. If you go to www.sportsmemo.com, Abby's Sports Picks, you'll see it at the bottom of the description. You'll go there. I have a package tonight for 2. It's 2 client plays tonight, so check that out. You'll see it there. And again, hit the like and subscribe button, notification, so you get notifications for all the latest free picks for the over-unders, the puck lines. We gave you a puck line here today. Moneyline play, gave you a moneyline play today. So just hit the like and notification button for that, for all that information, all that good stuff. Again, good luck to you guys. Again, hope you hit some winners and cash. Stay true to yourself, stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself. Good luck to everybody. Let's have a big Tuesday in the NHL. Peace, take care.